Hello, my name is Brianna Rodriguez. It is March 15th of 2019, and I will be going over the structure and functions of the tissues of the body. I would like to start off first by talking about epithelial tissue. There are many types of structures of epithelial tissue, which include simple, stratified, transitional, and pseudostratified. And the shapes of those structures can either be squamous, which are thin, flat cells, cuboidal, which are square-like cells, and columnar, which are long, column-like cells. The basic function of epithelial tissue is to act as a protecting barrier of whatever body part that is covering, whether it is an organ, a gland, and even the entire body, like the skin. It still serves its purpose to make sure things that belong inside of what it's protecting stays inside, and the things that belong outside of what it's protecting stays outside. Next, I would like to talk about connective tissue. There are many structures of connective tissue, but some of the structures include loose connective tissues that involves areolar, adipose, and reticular tissues. Then there is dense connective tissues that involve regular elastic and irregular elastic tissues. Then there's cartilage tissues that involves hyaline, fibrocartilage, and elastic tissues. Then there's bone tissues, which include compact bone and cancellous bone tissues. And lastly, there's blood and lymph tissues. Similar to epithelial tissue, connective tissue acts as a somewhat protector in the sense that it helps the bones and fibrous capsules protect the organs. It also acts as a type of cover that surrounds tendons, muscles, muscle cells, and bones so that they are able to be held together as one. The next tissue that I would like to talk about is muscle tissue. Muscle tissue has only 3 different types of structures. There is skeletal muscle tissue, and its function is to produce heat, protect organs, and helps with voluntary movement. Another is cardiac muscle tissue, and its only function is to contract to pump blood. And lastly, there is smooth muscle tissue, and its function is to move secretions, regulation of blood flow in the arteries, involuntary control of respiration, moving food, and it also performs the opposite of skeletal muscle tissue, where its function is to have involuntary movement. Lastly, the final tissue that I would like to talk about is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue only has one structure, which is a branched out structure with something called dendrites at the ends of the branches that transfer nerve impulses to the soma, and the soma contains the nucleus and the mitochondria. The nervous tissue purpose is to be able to send and receive electromagnetic signals or impulses that get sent to the brain as information. This will conclude my week 2 lab video of the structure and functions of epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and nervous tissue. Thank you.